My name is Abubakar Sidiky Konde, my nickname Sidi Boss. I'm from West Africa, Guinea Conakry. I am dancer, singer, and drummer. And we start a long time, it's my living, to dance, play drum, making myself excited and happy, relax. Enjoy my life. Drum helping me on that, dancer helping me on that. And so great for good medicine. Yes. I started drumming and dancing when I was 18 years old. I've been paralyzed when I was 14 years old and got a lot of confused. To not go a long story, I was wanna make my life wonderful, different. And I can't go to school. My friend was making funny in front of me. It was taking me a lot of fighting to have a school and educated. So my father was mad, he taking me to the village called Mansalia, Bahan Tokunu. So when I go there, I see a big festival dance is called Soli, circumcision our whole time. And it was like a lot of young men dancing, women dancing, singing, play drum. I was so blown in my mind, forget my disability, forget myself. I just want to enjoy with them so badly. And thank God, I found a couple of friends, and they were so close to me. And I become watch first, see them what they do. After that, I go to the bush, training myself. Training. And I train myself in the bush, having my force, stand up my two hands, and move like them. And when I started moving like them, dancing in the crowd, everybody was saying, whoa, I got an interesting. So people forget about my disability. They see my assignment and my dancing. It was bringing everybody together and watching me and giving rice, money, clothes, everything. I was like, okay, I can do it. And that's little by little. Sidiky comes Sidiky, have his family, baby, my two sons, two daughters, yeah. So life, my albanos. So making my life guarantee, just enjoy. Disability is something by life because I miss my leg. Yes, I miss so badly, but I don't miss my life. My life is wonderful every time, and that's what I'm grateful. I don't remember if I can walk my two legs. If somebody asks me, stand up, I said, no, I didn't have a leg. But you said, we can go. So thank you so much. That's one of my little story. Jacksonville, it's my third time to come here right now. But they're so much into the traditional music, dance and the music. They support so much. Every time I come, my students, they've been jumping in and understand right away. It makes me feel good and so wonderful. Make it important about mind every time my mind, it's great because what I'm thinking, they've been working. And it's wonderful student. They so have a humanity, they share so good. And this is the important. Human by himself, you're nothing. You must share with others. You must be comfortable with others and pass the message. So the Jacksonville students, they're wonderful, so great. Yeah.
simple. Okay, the first one, we go side by side first. My hand is like my leg. Side. And then you sit a little bit, down a little bit.
Yeah, that's it.
Head, side, and side. That's number one, right? Number two, front together. Same thing. Okay, start on right side, everybody. Start on right side. Right foot. 1, 2, 3, go. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? This is Ben from New York City. It's called Tokuno Olobindi. And we are here right now to do something. So everybody join with us. If you want to move a little bit, if you want to do anything, just enjoy the music. This is West African music from Guinea, Mali, and Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah. Balafon player come from Mali. Djembe player come from Cote d'Ivoire. I am from Guinea Conakry. So 3 countries be right here now. Everybody can join with us. Are you cool with that? Everybody, thank you. The Balafon player's name is Bala Kuyate, Sekou Dembele, Pablo, and Sidiky Konde. Thank you.
One thing that I took away from the event was, I guess, a newfound kind of love for a different dance, or a different form of dance, I should say. Going into it, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, so I was a little cautious. But afterwards, I felt relieved, I felt happy, I felt like I took a lot from the experience. Now, Sidiky, he does not have use of his legs, and that's the first thing you notice. But throughout the class, it's like he kind of just forgot that he didn't have legs because he was just so exuberant and he made you feel happy. Well, in the class, they had their own instruments. So there was drums, and there was another instrument. I don't know the name of it, but it sounded pretty awesome. And so with the live music along with a new form of dance, it really created an entire experience for whoever was in the room, dancing or not. It really filled up the space, the music, the dancing, and Sidiky, and everyone else really.
How you feeling? See?
Happy.
That's you know, this sweat is medicine. To take care of all chemical to make you happier. You know? Aluna kande, aluna kande sodiala, aluna kande, jimbe folalu, nakande, sodiala. Okay, wow, that sounds good.
So we had a class with Sidiky when he came into town. It was pretty amazing, just the whole week that he was here. We had class with him. He brought his musicians. We had live music, which is not something that we get all the time. Normally when we have class, we have a teacher hooking up their phone to an aux cord and playing music. So we have open options. They can pull up like live music from like a concert or something like that. So when Sidiky came, we had actual people playing their instruments in class. So the differences between the two, you get to interact with the people playing. You get to choose your tempos. You don't have to rely on just your phone to set the tempo. They can go faster or slower. It's an amazing experience to have live music in a dance class. We don't really have a lot of people come in that way to give us live music and teach us. We do have guest artists. Normally when we have guest artists, they come in and they hook their aux cord up and they teach us. The way it was different with Sidiky, he interacted with us more. He made us feel like we could have picked up his instrument and played it alongside him. So it was really cool. We got to sing with him and his musicians. At the end of the class, we were all singing together. He called out a couple people and said, "Hey, let's just hear you sing." It was really cool.
Sidiky Kande came to FSCJ this year, and he was a remarkable guest artist. He worked with dancers and non-dancers alike, with the community members and with students and FSCJ community as well. And I think what was most astounding to me about Sidiky is that he really understands how to make material accessible to everyone. And so we would have classes where students would come in and they were supposed to observe him teach. And he wasn't having any of that. He just had them before long, like maybe 5 minutes in, he walked over to them, introduced himself to them, and he had them up and dancing and singing with everyone else. And by the end, they were doing solos and they were feeling really free, really confident, and that really surprised me because I think people have expectations about dance and about art in general in our society. I feel like they think if you're not trained, it's not something you should be doing, and they have a certain inhibition when they do it. And he has a way of bringing them into his world and discovering themselves through dance or through music or through song. And that was remarkable and surprising to watch. The idea for Sidiky to come to FSCJ really began as a seed when Professor Brown came into my office one day. We were talking about an unrelated project, and somehow he said, I did this documentary. And I immediately wanted to see it, and he showed me a bit of the trailer of Sidiky, and as soon as I saw it, I said, you have to bring him here. You have to have the students experience this. And one thing led to another, and we got the funds for it. FSCJ said, yep, let's bring him in. And Sidiky has been interested in coming from day one. The moment we asked him, he was interested. I don't know that you would find anyone he wouldn't be interested in teaching. That's the kind of teacher he is. He's really a true teacher. And he cares about the student. He sees it as a student and a mentor. He's a mentor, and he really embraces that relationship.
Aluna kande jembe fololuna kande sodiara. Aluna kande sodiara. Aluna kande jembe fololuna kande sodiara.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sidiky Kande. I'm from West Africa, Guinea-Conakry. And I be welcome Jacksonville Dance Film Festival.
Aluna kande. Jembe folalu nakane sodiala. One, two, three, go. Aluna kande, aluna kande sodiala, aluna kande, jembe folalu nakane sodiala. Yeah. Everybody together, last one. One, two, three, go. Aluna kande, aluna kande sodiala.